Okay, so your main screen, your main menu here, you're gonna have a few things. New prospect. Prospects are your missions that you accept, complete the objective that it's asked, and you return back to your home station. They vary depending on what type of mission it is and how hard the mission is, indicated by the skulls. Some of them require you to scan. Some of them require you to set up bases. Some require you to defeat enemies, or some of them are agriculture, where you'll stockpile meat, crops, etc., and transport them back to your home station. Join prospects. That's where you can join your friends. Right now, it's only where you can join your friends, or you can play solo. So that's pretty much it. There's no joining in with random people. Moving on, you got Outpost. Outpost is your creative mode, essentially. Drop in there. You can use all the resources that you've earned throughout the game by experience and going through your skill trees, and you can go in there and build. There's no time limit. There's no objective. It's just for you to create, build a base, and just do what you want. Your loadout. So your loadout is basically what equipment you're taking with you. Now, starting out, you're not going to have any of this stuff, right? That's where your workshop comes into play. Your workshop is where you spend your in-game currency that you earn for completing missions. So you'll have to initially research the item, and then if you want to craft it to take it with you in your loadout, that's what you have to do. So each mission is different. You get different credits for the difficulty, etc. And the other thing to keep in mind is when you craft one of these and carry it with you to the planet, you have to make sure you load it back into your drop pod and come back to home base, or you lose it and you have to craft that item again. So as you can see, there's a vast majority of items, bows, different armors, different meals you can take, tools. So it's really handy, and it's kind of up to you what you want to take and kind of how you play the game. Let's take a little bit of time to talk about your inventory, crafting, tech tree, talents, map, and accolades. So your inventory, pretty straightforward. It's your inventory. You have an oxygen slot, which at the start is where you put your oxide. Later on, you can have O2 tanks, oxygen bladders, etc., and that's where they go. You can look at your food, water, status effects, and also your armor that you have currently equipped, plus as your stats. So your crafting, straightforward. It's your crafting tree, right? Any other survival game has a crafting system. Collect the resources, you click craft, and you have it. Your tech tree. So I've been playing this game for quite some time now. This is actually a newer character that I had. So in here, as you mine, as you cut down trees, as you craft items, as you build your base, as you hunt animals, skin them, everything you do help you earn XP. And when you level up, you'll get points to spend. Now, depending on which level you are, dictates what tier you can select items from. So tier 1, which is where I'm currently at, you can see here I've got stone piles, bedrolls, fire pit, etc. And the list goes on. Different antibiotic ointments, different arrow types, your rope down to your building materials. And you do have to research each material. So like you have to research the wall, you have to research the floor, the roof, the door. It's all individual. So it's kind of, I like it because, for example, the wall. You might say, well, I got to create a door frame. But you can create a variation of this wall. So you don't have to know a door frame recipe or a window recipe. You can just create different variants of this wall to suit your needs. So your talents. Your talents is huge. So as you play, you'll see where you struggle and where you kind of want things, right? So your resources. This goes over all your resources that you collect, or how much you get when you collect them, how fast you chop them down, etc. Exploration, this is more like you just exploring the world. So stamina regen during storms, your base move speed, your hunger rate, your thirst rate, all the way down to increase the move speed and it drops final 15 minutes, right? They get pretty crazy at the bottom. Your hunting, same thing. It's for how you hunt animals. You get more yield from skinning, you get meat, stamina when you're hunting them, your move speed while you're crouched, cooking and farming. I mean, do I need to say it? You know, it's food decay, food buffs last longer, and your crops grow faster. And this goes on through construction, combat, and if you play solo, there's actually a solo tree built in. So this actually helps you because you're by yourself. You're not really relying on somebody else to come in your need or to aid you. So a lot of this is your base stamina, base health, your health regen, it's being really quiet, all the way down to increasing your XP when you're not in a party. So for the solo players, this is a pretty good tree. I mainly play solo, and this is where most of my stats have been pumped into here and also in combat. Because variety of animals in this game, some of them stronger than others, and it's always easier to take them out in a few shots than let them get close and attack you. I'm mainly a bow person, so I have a lot of different traits in my bow. But if you like spears or you like using the blades or firearms later on in the game, there you go. You can choose kind of how you want to play it. You're going to be stealthy and sneaky with the bow, or you want to go loud and crazy with the firearm. Your map, pretty straightforward. It's just your map. And then accolades, it's not too much here. You just earn ribbons for certain milestones, right? So like kill 1,000 wolves, you get the ribbon. So not too much here. It doesn't get too crazy. These are kind of your bigger rewards for completing certain missions. And your medals are for taking down some of the bosses. So let's talk about the game in general. I've got a couple hours in this game, a few missions in, and I've really been enjoying it. I like that it's objective-based survival. Like I stated earlier, the Outpost mission, if you want a more persistent world where you can go in, craft, kind of do what you want and just explore, you can do that. There's no time restraint. It's all up to you how long you want to spend there. You do earn XP in the Outpost, but from my experience, you don't earn as much as you do as when you're doing your prospects, your missions. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's been great. It's a very unforgiving game. There's a lot that can happen. So your XP that you earn, you can lose it. Like right now, I'm currently almost level 9. If I died, I would probably be set back to the beginning. Like that bar would pretty much disappear and it'd be highlighted red, showing how much XP I had lost for my death. So you have to work your way back up to that. So dying does penalize you. You do respawn if you have a bed down, and it's set as your respawn point. You can respawn there. If not, you will be spawned at a certain point on the map. Usually if it's an easy mission, it puts you right next to your first drop pod. But it's pretty unforgiving. Animals can kill you. There's a variety of animals. The weather is another issue. So you can have light rain showers. In the Arctic, it gets snowy up there. You can blizzard. You have blizzards. You get cold, frostbite. You have lightning storms that'll come through, and they'll actually strike trees. They can actually strike your base, setting both of them on fire. And also, you can set the woods on fire. You can set your base on fire. You get too close to your campfire, it sets you on fire. There's no real way that I've found to put yourself out. So if you set yourself on fire inside of your wooden base, just expect it to go up in flames unless you have something to take care of it. So I like it. There's a fair bit of challenge. The base building in the game, I really been enjoying the base building. On my main character, I've gotten to where I can craft stone bases, which was quite a task. It requires a lot, and it's like I said, replaying the missions kind of help you because you'll know. Don't spend too much time on a wood base if you're getting a stone base. Just, you're going to basically make a shelter to protect your stuff so you can start working on your stone base. And so another thing to keep in mind, when you have your wood base, any of your crafting benches and stuff that you build inside of there, let's say your roof gets damaged during a storm and you're not paying attention, the roof blows in, it can actually damage your crafting station and like destroy it. So you have to craft another one. So you have to be in mind when a storm hits, it's best to be around your base so you can keep an eye on it, at least until you get to stone, which will be a little bit later in the game, depending on how much you grind one mission. Because you can sit here and grind a mission and get pretty good XP. But it does get a little tiring after a while because you'll complete the mission, you'll want to just kind of leave. So there is that. But yeah, overall I've been enjoying the game. I haven't really heard anything negative about the game. I just wanted to give my feedback, a little insight on the game for those who may be on the fence about it. But if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to do a more in-depth video, maybe showing some missions, showing some of the more in-depth crafting, or maybe some of the animals in the game, just let me know. I've been enjoying playing it. I'm happy to make another video if you would like. So just let me know. Much love. Take care.